Hey guys, welcome. This morning I wanted to go over a few things that has to do with the lower back. So I'm lordotic, which means that my spine goes straight down and then it curves all the way in and it comes back out, right? And so when I stand up, I look like I have an S on my lower back, right? Which is slightly painful at times, especially when I wear heels and when I stand on my feet for too long, my lower back starts to kick in. So first thing that you should do is always tuck your pelvis under, right? So at any point when you're sitting down, when you are standing up, you always want to suck the pelvis under. So tuck it under and keep that core nice and tight and stabilized, right? So that should protect you from that kind of archy feeling. If you are standing and you forget yourself or you're wearing heels, always squeeze your glutes because that also creates that level of stability for that lower back area as well. All right, and so a few things on core, on exercises on the mat that you can do to help strengthen that lower back as well. All right, you all know your figure 4 stretches, and so we're going to start with that first, and then we're going to go right into our core movements. All right. So one leg over the other. And of course, before you do this, you want to make sure you've warmed up in at least 10 minutes or more on the treadmill, on outside, on the stairs, however you choose to do your warm up is fine. At least 10 to 15 minutes of this to kind of give yourself a nice fluid blood flow before you stretch, okay? All right, and then switch legs. So you always want to hold your stretches for at least 20 seconds or more. And I say this quite a lot when I post my stretch exercises because it's really key to not to rush this, all right? Do not rush your stretches, very important. All right, so after we're done, I'm just gonna bring the knees to the chest and just kind of rock it side to side, just to kind of give me a little bit of release. And I'm gonna follow through with a bridge. Just lift the pelvis up and keep the glutes nice and squeezed here. All right, just to keep the blood flow going. And now recover. All right, so we're gonna go right into your pelvic tilts, all right? So one of the first exercises that I wanna start with is a pelvic tilt. So whenever you are sitting or standing, that tilting of the pelvis is basically tucking your pelvis under, flat onto the ground, and then releasing it, okay? So if you are past the stage and you're quite strong, then you can bring your knees up here, palms down, all right? And release, press down, and release, okay? So this is your typical modified pelvic tilt, okay? Now, you wanna challenge it, legs straight, okay? And lift the pelvis up. So you're tilting the pelvis, but you're lifting your butt up slightly to give you a little bit more pressure, okay? Again, not to swing the legs because we're not trying to march it and put too much tension in the lower lumbar. We want a stability of sorts, right? So keep that leg as straight as possible. And if you're not here yet, do not get here, okay? Do not extend your legs. Bring your legs back down, tilt the pelvis this way, less pressure on the lower back and less movement, which is good for you, okay? All right, so this is your challenge from that position. Last challenge will be more of a leg drop. So nice and slowly bringing that leg down, keeping that pelvic tucked under. So as you can see, I'm lessening the range of motion because every time I go below this part, my lower back starts to arch up. And I always want to keep that lower back tucked under, right? So tiny movement here until you are comfortable enough to drop that leg as low as possible without lifting your lower back, okay? These exercises are key to getting you stronger and getting your lower back strong enough not to have pain, okay? I have a lot of clients with chronic pain, constantly complaining about their lower back, and we have to start slow. Do not let anyone lie to you and making you do hyperactivity like sit-ups and hyperflexion, like burpees and leg drops and dropping your legs extremely hard to the floor. Do not do those exercises, because that's just only going to inflame that back and it's only going to make it worse. All right, so start slow. Remember your first option, your second option, and your third option. Remember, as you go up with those legs, it starts to become a challenge for you. So remember where you are on your fitness level and your fitness journey, and make that decision that best fits your body. All right? Thank you so much for listening. I will see you